Lori Flaquette of Soltar Solutions, and I'm here today with another episode of Focus Forward. I am so excited to be introducing you to our next guest. She is the author of Fun with Visualization, a quick and simple way to skyrocket your success. I am very excited about this book and about Starr's program because what it does is it helps people to realize their dreams in a very easy way. So help me welcome Starr Pilmore, the author of the Fun with Visualization book, to our show today. Hi, Starr. How are you?
Hi, Lori. Thanks for having me on today. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words. And I have to say, I love doing visualization with you. You are a very easy client. You have a great imagination. And it is just so much fun for those 30 minutes every day we get together. And I appreciate it.
Well, I love it
Um,
too. You know what? The whole concept of imagination, I mean, I don't think that I have that great of imagination, but when we're doing our visualization, it's like all these things pop into our mind. But we can't get that in depth yet. First of all, what is visualization? Tell our viewers.
Basically, visualization is just using your imagination to be able to plant pictures into your subconscious of what you want.
So how does
It
one do
is
that?
by just imagining things. It's just that simple. You can imagine the life of your dreams, paint a picture of it, and more get in depth on it. And pretty soon you'll start seeing those things come towards you.
All right, so let's just have a little example. Maybe we can role play a little bit to give people an idea about exactly what it is that we're talking about.
Absolutely. Lori, tell me something that you would really want.
I really want a new car.
You really want a new car. That's great. What kind of new car do you want?
Well, I was thinking I would like to have maybe like an SUV. Here in Minnesota with this weather, I really realize those SUVs are the way to go.
Okay, what kind of SUV do you want? Do you have any idea, like a Mercedes SUV, a Cadillac Escalade, Ford? What kind would you like?
Well, I want something that's small and compact because I'm not really that great of a driver. So if I had an Escalade, I would be hitting everything. So I
Okay,
want
maybe
something small.
maybe like a Honda CRV, a 2014, full bells and whistles.
Well, actually, I was thinking about the Acura.
The Acura. Okay, we'll go with the Acura. So this is what we're gonna do. Now, let's talk about you already having that vehicle. Let's talk about you going out driving it. How does it feel when you drive this vehicle?
Awesome. It feels
What does it
awesome.
what does it smell like in that vehicle?
Oh, it's just wonderful. It's well, it smells like new car, which is amazing because I haven't had a new car in a really long time. But the other thing is everything works on it. You know, because in my car it's so old, not everything
Everything
works.
works.
Everything works. It's amazing.
Excellent. What color would you like? What color is your car?
My car, it's let me see. I think it would be like a silver blue type of color. I actually
So
saw
you
the
have a
color I like.
so you have a silver blue Acura SUV, and you're driving it down the road, and smells really good. It smells like a new vehicle. How does it look when you're driving it down the road? How does the road look?
Everything looks awesome. Everything looks awesome. The windshield wipers work, the heat work, everything works on it. That's the main thing. And the other thing is it drives really well.
Excellent, excellent. So basically, you just did visualization. It's just that easy. You imagined yourself in your new vehicle, driving down the road, knowing what it smells like, knowing the feel of it. So basically, you just did visualization.
Well, it feels so good. I mean, I really feel Like, I really want the car. But the other thing is, this was so easy. A lot of people say, oh, it's really hard to visualize or whatever. This was so easy. So is it always this easy? Or, tell me about when you're first taking on a client, how does that work? Do people sometimes have problems visualizing, or are they insecure about it?
Well, I think as adults, what has happened to us is we've been told at a young age, stop dreaming, stop imagining, grow up, become adults, and we lose that sense of imagination, that playfulness. So what happens is we don't allow ourselves to open up and use that creative side of us. And I find that with my clients within the first usually about 5 to 8 days that they really are kind of closed. It takes a little while to start painting a bigger and bigger picture. However, by the end of the 30 days, they want to go on for hours about their dream world and their new life. And usually by then, the things that we are visualizing are starting to come to fruition.
So tell me about that. Tell me about how does that actually happen, and give me some examples of how that's worked for people.
So I'll tell you basically about a couple of my clients. One of my clients that came to me was an author, and he wanted to get on a national news station to have an interview to push his book forward. And we started working with that and working with that. And we did a lot of other things of creating his 5 year life the way he wanted it and the way he saw it to be, of being successful, famous, the book out there, him able to write more books. So, and then we would come back to this interview that we were wanting to take place over the next month. And by the end of the 30 days of visualizing it, of just talking through it and visualizing it, he did get the interview. And now the great thing about that is it's gone internationally and has pushed his book forward.
That's
So that's
amazing.
just one great example. And that happens every time I walk the client through these 30 days. The the things that they want to have start happening, because our subconscious, when we start painting these pictures in our mind, what happens is it activates the reticular activating system. And just basically, all that is now we're aware of things we weren't aware of, things that we need to bring into our life become clearer, and we are able to see them more.
Okay, so now I have to stop you. This is seeming like it's a little bit hard to understand. So
Okay.
what I'm getting out of what you're saying is we have these dreams, we have these desires, we know what we want in our subconscious. And what this program actually does is help us bring forward from the subconscious into the conscious mind. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is we implant these visions into our subconscious, and what happens is now the subconscious has the picture to go look out in the world to find what we want.
That's amazing. So is this magic, or is there documented research on it? Because it just seems like it's a little hard to imagine how you can visualize something and it become reality. It just seems a little
You know,
hard to understand.
absolutely. Um, and I'll tell you, one of the most famous research on visualization was done by an Australian, and he used three groups of basketball players shooting free throws. Okay. Um, and the first group just shot three free throws, just practice. That's all they did. The second group just visualized shooting perfect three free throws. Okay. They didn't pick up a ball at all, they just visualized it. And then the third group did nothing. What he found out was the group that visualized and the group that practiced for those 30 days, they had the same results. They increased and improved at the same time in the same
Wow.
rate. So visualization does work. We as athletes use visualization all the time. Um, During the 1984 Olympics, I don't know if you remember the I'm sorry, I just drew a blank. Give me a second. The men's gymnastics team. They were down, losing to China, and it came down to the final two people. And Peter Vidmar was like, I got this. I visualized this every day for the last 4 years. Um, the exact moment. And he went through the visualization, got up there. He got his 9 point, I believe, 7.5, and they won the gold. But he was visualizing that moment in time for the last 4 years.
That's amazing.
And
That's
it
amazing.
is I love visualization. It is an amazing tool. It is probably one of the most um, misunderstood and underutilized tools. The power of the mind is such an amazing fact.
So tell us a little bit about how an entrepreneur could use visualization in their business.
Well, where does the business want to go? Where do you want to take your business? That you start there. You find out where you want to start your business, and then you start visualizing that goal as complete. You imagine in your mind that that is complete. And then with my program, what you do is I also add an open-eyed visualization, which is where the fun is. Because you talk to a partner like the vision is complete. And that's what we do as we talk through our visualization. I take you through your goals as they are complete and throw in the feelings with it to create that excitement and have the goals come quicker.
So, how did you come up with the idea for this program?
I came up with this idea for this program is because I was wanting to find my passions and my purpose. And visualization really, really confused me. So I started studying all different forms of goal setting and visualization and found out through different forms and picked out some of the best forms and then started putting the feelings in the visualization, started doing some different things, and I started having miraculous results. I I was able to imagine a job for myself as a teacher for nursing. I was able to sell my house in a day with this. So I knew I was on to something and I wanted to get it out to the world. And so that's when the book came to fruition.
Well, that's awesome. So tell us, I have your 30-day coaching program right here, which is it's so beautiful. So this seems like it's pretty intensive.
The 30-day coaching program with me is an amazing, amazing journey. We take you through 30 days of everyday visualization, talking with me. And I use the visualization, and I'm a NLP life coach. So I use NLP to embed the dreams into the subconscious also as we're going through visualization. It is probably one of the most powerful things I've ever witnessed watching people's dreams come to fruition within those 30 days or start to come to fruition.
Well, that was my next question is someone works with you or they visualize for 30 days, that means that they would visualize every single day for 30 days?
Absolutely. It is important that it is for 30 days every day. I don't know if you remember NASA did um, they did an experiment with their astronauts. They, instead of like bringing them up to zero gravity and checking them out that way, they wanted to find something on the ground that would weed them out to see if they were able to do the gravity. So they put glasses on them and turned their world upside down. The perception was if there was a their breakfast out here, they would see it up here with these glasses. Now that it was supposed to mimic space. And they were to leave these glasses on 24/7 for 30 days. What they found out is at the 25-day level, every one of the astronauts, their vision flipped and their perception was that everything was back in normal order. Like their breakfast was actually right back down where it was supposed to be. So they tested that and they let them take the glasses off, but they found out that it didn't work. It had to be that 25 days in a row. So I like to go 30 days to get to embed into the subconscious that habit, because that's where you want to change your behaviors, is in the subconscious. That's where our behavioral pattern is.
So tell us a little bit about the subconscious. You know, tell us what is the subconscious and why is it so powerful?
The subconscious mind, you think of the subconscious mind as your mainframe computer. That's where everything's stored. And the subconscious mind likes to see in pictures. It takes in thousands and thousands and thousands of bits of information per second. And it kind of stores everything in picture form. That's why it's so important to visualize, because that's where our subconscious sees the pictures. So what happens is the subconscious is the one that stores all your beliefs, all your patterns, and anytime you want a permanent change, you have to get into the subconscious to make that permanent change.
Wow, that's really interesting. That's very interesting. So, so how could someone, how could someone visualize and learn to visualize, you know, on their own? How can they do it by themselves?
Well, I made it really easy with the Fun with Visualization book. I'm the whole point with Fun with Visualization is to make it fun, easy, and quick. If we don't have a lot of time to do this during the day, you won't do it. So I made it to where it's very quick and easy, and it's very powerful. Now, we put a lot of fun into it to bring the feelings in, because that raises the vibrational level and helps your dreams come towards you faster also. Um, so the book isn't very long. It's a very easy read. I suggest it to everybody. And then finding a partner to have the same level of excitement with you and start visualizing with them.
Well, it sounds great. I love the visualization. I think sometimes it's the best part of my day because I really enjoy it. And the other thing that I've noticed is after about between 5 and 8 days, there's kind of a shift that takes place, and you feel like you're kind of living in your dream world, if you will, and not really as grounded in the reality that's around you. So it's almost like you've taken a leap. And that leap really stimulates you to move forward and go after those dreams. So I think that it's a kind of a process that you go through that really helps you to move forward and go after those dreams that you might not go after on your own.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what happens there is that your true self, the core of yourself, finds it safe now after about the, and I say 5 to 8 days is usually when I see it in my clients. The true self feels comfortable because it's going through this talk and it's finding out it's safe to have these dreams. It's safe to, everything's taken care of. All of a sudden, all your worldly possessions are taken care of. You're comfortable and safe. And the true self is like, well, okay, this is what I really want. And it starts being able to come forward and express what it really wants in life. And amazing things come out after about 8 days of of you know the true wants, needs, and desires.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So the book here is, again, Fun with Visualization, and it's awesome. And you know what I like about this is right in here, you actually have the 30 days that the people at home can do this. Two people, the book, visualizing, that's great. So tell us a little bit about the ebook that you've written.
Oh, yes. Spring cleaning for goal setting. Thank you for asking that. The ebook, I was in the gym in January and I just noticed like it's packed every year in January. It's packed. But by the end of January, everybody's cleared out. The willpower's gone. The conscious mind has the willpower, and by the 30 days, everybody's gone. So what I'm finding is if we want to have our goals met and exceeded, we have to get to the subconscious mind through things like visualization and goal setting. And so I just made a very fun and simple program up that you can go on my website at funwithvisualization.com and be able to just pick up that little ebook and kind of dust off your goals again and get started back with a little bit more of a fun regiment and be able to accomplish your goals.
Well, that's great. I've read it. I love it. I think it's really, really fun. That's a great thing I like about your writing is it's not complicated. It's simple, easy to understand, yet very effective, which I really like that because there's so many books out there that it's so complicated. And sometimes you can spend your hours each day with, your goals and this and, meditation and affirmations and all these things, and sometimes it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you haven't done anything but, spend your time affirming and meditating. So the concept of being able to do this in a quick and easy way and still have it be effective is awesome. So before we go, I just want to ask you for 3 tips that anyone at home can do to help reach their goals through visualization, affirmations, or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with 4. Okay, first of all, allow yourself to be creative and imaginative. Know it's okay to go ahead and just be playful and fun and have a great time. The second is commit to the 30 days. It's amazing what will happen on that 30-day journey. The third thing is go ahead and write down on a piece of paper what you want to have in 5 years. As every dream you ever had has come to fruition. Every dream. And then another great tip is vision boards. My whole house is a vision board. I've created my house to have all of the visualizations of the things I want to do, be, or have. Some people only can have a room of it or only a board of it. But I have pictures all over the house of things I want to have or do or be. I have statues and different little things I've picked up along the way to remind me of I want a fun life. I love bicycling, so my bicycles are displayed. I like ultimate frisbee, and I want to be a great ultimate frisbee player. So my frisbees are out. So that create a great space in your house. Make your house your vision.
That's great advice. I love that. That's so fun. And I see that
Yeah.
that's pretty much what you have behind you. It's like fun with
Yes, that's my
visualization, all
fun.
these things. It's very exciting. So thank you so much for being on the show today. This was really wonderful.
Well, thank you very much, Lori, for inviting me. I appreciate you, and I want to say you are an amazing visualizer. Uh, I have fun every time we get together, and I look forward to continuing it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so that was wonderful. I really enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And you can get in touch with Starr to find out more about the fun with visualization. We are having her website right on the bottom. It is funwithvisualization.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye now.